Good morning, YouTube. Had a couple of parts show up here in the last couple of days. So I got this 4-port USB 2.0 hub. This came from Amazon, Avyzar brand, I guess it is. And what this is for is I want to clean up my home automation controller. Controller is a Vera Lite, and it has one USB port, and right now I need one port for a USB memory stick, and I need a second port for my serial gateway, which I'm running off of there. It's an Arduino powered radio, and that device needs external power. So this hub has a little power jack on it right here. Comes with a little power plug. But this was probably the smallest hub I could find that had an external power. So I just wanted to check out this 4-port ultra slim USB hub. So I have the supplied wall charger. One of the reviews I read said don't expect a lot of power out of this device. So I kind of wanted to check that and see. Here I have a YZX Studio USB charger adapter, so it looks like we have 5.17 volts. You can see that there. And I've got a USB load, and I'm on the 1 amp side. And watch this. There is nothing. It goes dead. I didn't even use the 2 amp switch. I have this little Bluetooth speaker here that uses about 1/4 of an amp, 250 milliamps, so let's see what that does. See there, 250, and look at the voltage. Even with 250 milliamps, it pulls it down to 3.5 volts, which I doubt is even enough to charge this thing. The reviews on Amazon are pretty correct that this device is not even good for a 1/4 amp output. Let me do one more test here. I've got a smaller load, and here we go. I have a little wireless keyboard, and let's plug this in. Let's plug in the little keyboard. Looks like about the limit because you're down below 4.5 volts at 220 milliamps. Yeah, about 200 milliamps is about all you can expect out of this hub here. Can be used independent of the computer for charging, which is, if you only charge at 200 milliamps, you might just barely be able to do that. So, although personally I'm not that upset about that, because I just wanted to get something with a power plug that I could cut the wire to and wire in one of these, because the idea is I want to be able to run all the USB power off of the single power supply for the home automation controller, because I don't want to have a second cable, because the controller runs off a 12 volt DC, and then if this has to run off a 5 volt DC, that means I have to have 2 power bricks, and I'd rather have just one. In fact, what I'll do is let me try to run on my bench supply, and we'll see what kind of power this wall adapter is using. Okay, so here's my bench supply. So it's load power is 6/10, and if we plug in the power adapter, this is just with the hub plugged in. It's using about 300 or 400 milliwatts. Just to show you there, I've just got the power meter plugged in, and so now I'm going to plug in my Bluetooth speaker here. Put that up so you can see that there. Taking about 3.7 volts and 240 milliamps, so you're looking at about 0.89 watts there. I don't know if that shows up on the very bottom line. So roughly 900 milliwatts, and you can see the actual charger here is pulling about 1.7 watts to put out about 900 milliwatts. So again, I keep finding these small wall chargers are at best about 50% efficient. So you're using 1.7 watts of AC input, and you're putting out about 900 milliwatts or 0.9 watts of DC output. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. That's pretty typical of what I find of these things. And even if I unplug my load, you can see it drops down to 9/10. So this is using 300 milliwatts just essentially to light that LED. Just thought I'd share the power consumption of that little USB hub. Doesn't use a lot of power, but if you leave it plugged in, it's using power all the time. So if you found that interesting, give the video a thumbs up. If you have any questions about that, post up in the comment section below. And you can check out links to my other videos in the upper right corner. And as always, thanks for watching.